Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. For lunch today we're going to have some stuffed pork chops, and it's pretty simple, nothing complicated at all. But I was able to get these pork chops, let me let you see them, that were butterflied, I call them, and they were buy one get one free. So I ended up getting these for about $1.25 each, because at buy low, if it's buy one get one free, you really only have to buy one and you get the same price. So they ended up costing, I'm just guessing, at $5.59. So that made them, because I only got one pack, so I would have gotten them for half that price. So they worked out to be $1.25 or a little more each. So that works within my budget nicely. All right, let me turn this down so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and turn my pan on to medium high. And I'm only going to salt these on the inside because I want a nice brown on the outside. And sometimes if you salt stuff ahead of time on the outside, like a steak or something, it tends to pull some of the water out. So I've got some apples. This is one golden delicious apple, and I just steamed those for a little while. They're sort of par cooked. Raisins that I've softened by adding water and just put them in the microwave for about a minute and let them sit for a little while, and that will soften them up. Pecan pieces and a little brown sugar. And I'm going to fry these in some olive oil on each side, and then I'm going to transfer them to the oven. And of course you'll need toothpicks to fasten it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is put a few little apples right in there on the meat. And these were butterflied very nicely, I thought. And I'm going to put some of the pecans. These are just pecan pieces. And then I'm going to put the raisins and just kind of squeeze them out a little bit. And I like a lot of the raisins in there. And again, it doesn't take but a little bit of water like this, and put them in the microwave for about a minute, and then just let them sit for a while and they'll soften right up. Definitely using all my raisins. Okay, now I'm going to pull this layer over and fasten them with toothpicks. And I'll have to tell you I'm not real good at this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. You probably need about 3 toothpicks per chop. Okay, that's what I use, 3 toothpicks. See how thick that is? Alright, let's get this one done now. Just pull that layer over. And I like it when the grocery store slices them and butterflies them like this, because they do it a lot better than I do. And then just put one in the end. There you have it. Okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of mash them down because I want them as flat as I can get them. I don't want them rounded up on the top. Now, I'm going to use some of the brown sugar and just smear it just a little bit on each side. Now, what this will do is cause you to be able to have a little brown crust on it. I'm going to turn them over and put a little bit on the other side. And my pan's really getting hot now. Now you want to let your pan heat up and then put the oil in. Okay. I'm just holding my bottle of extra virgin olive oil with paper towel so I don't really contaminate the outside of the bottle. Alright, so I'm going to put some of the oil in now. You don't really need that much. Now, when you first put the chops in, they're going to actually stick to the pan. Turn this up where you can see. There. But you don't want to touch them until they're good and browned, and then they'll let go on their own. And I'm going to turn that burner down to medium. All right, we're ready to go in. Put that paper towel on there because I don't want it splashing all over my stove, my cooktop, but I'm leaving a little space for the steam to come out. Alright, I'm going to wash my hands, and once this gets brown on one side, we'll show you what it looks like. Be back in a minute. Okay, I think we probably have a pretty good brown on the first side. See all this? That would have been on my stove. So I'm going to turn this over now. That's what it looks like. You see the brown on them now? Alright. Alright, you're going to let it brown on that side, and then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for probably about 45 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, I think that our stuffed pork chops have pretty well browned now. I'm going to transfer them to a little Pyrex dish. There's the back side and the front side, kind of like you would do a steak. And they will come loose from the pan once they're good and brown. See that? And I'm going to put them in this dish, and by the way, I don't leave them in the skillet because I've used the sugar, it will tend to burn around the edges and you'll get that taste in the pork chops. So let me let you look at this. Alright, now they're already browned, so I'm going to put the rest of the apples right on top. And this will keep them moist while they're cooking. And I'm going to also put some more pecans on the top of them. Get all those apples up there. That way you know that they're not going to, like burn on top or either get too dry. Alright, now I'm going to pour just a little bit of water in the bottom of this. That's probably about 1/3 of a cup. Just pour it right down in the bottom. And I'm not going to cover it or anything. So 350 degrees for 40, maybe 50 minutes, depending on your oven. And we'll be back. Okay, lunch is ready, and here are our stuffed pork chops. We're having the stuffed pork chops with kale from the garden, right here. A croissant. Now I made these, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, I think. And some potatoes, and the potatoes are seasoned with a little olive oil and some oregano. Now the oregano just brings out the taste of the potatoes. I think it's really good. So here's the other plate. This is my husband's. He gets the bigger one. The croissant and the potatoes. All right, let me let you look inside there. There it is, stuffed with raisins, apples, and pecans. And I did spoon a little of the juice over them. All right, see you next time.